Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for all things beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. It's your girl, Lady M, and in today's video, I'm coming at you with my first impressions, eye look, eye demo review of the Raine Botanical collection. Yes, Raine came through with another amazing collection, and that's what we're going to be getting into today's video. I'm going to show you this amazing eye look. Yes. But before we hop into the video, if you aren't part of the Lady M fam, then what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Would love to have you part of the Lady M fam. And while you're there, be sure to turn on your notification bells to be notified whenever I upload new videos. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the eye look review, first impressions of the Botanical collection from Raine. Botanical collection is literally where it's at because I was like, it's so pretty. We got 2 cream blushes in here. We got 2 lip liners in here. I think we got some liquid lipsticks, and then some of them are glosses. So we got, what is this? Peach Rose Matte Lipstick. We got Lotus lipstick. And then we have Mauve Rose lipstick, and then we have Sugar Rose, and then we also have a lip gloss. It says, "Are we clear? Are we clear?" So that's really dope. So that's the lip gloss, and then there's 2 palettes in the collection. We have the Botanical, and then we have the Rose Garden. So let's go into looking at these individually. Let's do some swatches. All right, so I went ahead and got the swatches of the lip products for you guys, and here we have them. First, we have the clear gloss in Are We Clear? That's the first one. Such a cute name. So the collection does have 2 liquid lipsticks and then 2 lipsticks. So we'll start with the lipsticks first. And that's actually the first shade on the bottom. That is called Lotus. And then the next shade on top of Lotus is called Sugar Rose. And then the first liquid lip is Mauve Rose, I think is the name. And then the other liquid lipstick is Peach Rose. So, and then we have 2 lip liners. This one is called Queen Tingz. And then this one is called Decadent. And then we have the clear gloss. And so those are the lippies. So pretty. Oh. Now there's 2 blushes that comes in this collection. And then, as I mentioned, I had picked up another cream blush and the bronzer. So there we have them. Oh my God, let me tell you, they're regular blushes. First of all, the packaging, they're huge, right? And this shade is Smooches, and Smooches is at the top. And y'all, I was just like this, and I didn't realize how pigmented it was. So that's Smooches. And then just below Smooches is Stiletto Rose, which is this kind of color, so pretty. And then underneath that, which is this shade right here, is Copper Rose. And then the last thing is the bronzer, y'all. Whew. These blushes aren't as pigmented as the OG blushes from Raine, but you guys, beautiful. The other collection from Raine, I recently did the Rebellious Nudes. So now I have the Botanical and I have the Rose Garden palette. So I'm going to give you swatches of this palette, and I'm going to give you swatches of the Rose Garden palette, and then I'm going to do an eye look for you, first impressions with the Botanical palette. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to do the swatches really quickly, and then we'll get into the eye look. So let's go ahead and get those swatches. So I'm gonna start with the top row. And I'm just gonna kind of swatch everything on my hands. Oh, this color is pretty. Okay, so that's the green shade. Then we have the middle matte shade. Then we have that nice shimmer shade. Then we have that lid, almost like a matte shade. And then we have that other shimmer shade. And I just have one more shade to give you guys. That is so pretty. And the last shade, so I forget this has name. So we got the green shade, it's called Hydrangea. Then you got Iberis, Primavera. Then we have Cream Gerbera, I don't know. And then we have Rose Gold. And then we have Leonidas. That's the last shade. That's probably like my favorite shade. So there we have the shades. That is the Botanical. Literally, when I thought of Rose Garden, I literally thought that we were gonna have more rose kind of shades, you know, like mauves and, you know, those kinds of shade, but that's not what we have here in the palette. We do have this really nice matte shade right here. And then we have this other matte shade. So this palette, 6 pans, 3 shimmers on top, 3 mattes on the bottom. So let me get into those swatches. I'm gonna swatch starting with the top row. And I keep forgetting that these have names, so I can't forget that. This is like a nice brown, like a plum brown color. All right, so we have 1 shade, nice. 2, that's nice. Then we got this nice green shade. Then we have that peachy orange kind of shade. And then we have that dark brown. Whoa, that is what I call pigment. And then I'm just going to get that last shade and swatch that for you right there on the bottom. So starting with the names, this is Rosewood. This is Chocolate Rose. And then the first shade, this is Gold Rose. And then we have Bronze Rose. And then we have Emerald Rose. And then we have Chestnut Rose, which is that color right there. So I kind of like this palette too. Very different. Definitely Chocolate Rose and Rosewood is like giving me life. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the eye look. Okay, let me get this. For this palette, this is the Botanical Palette, y'all, and I don't really know what I want to do today. I feel like I want to use this shade here. It's called Rose Gold. I feel like I want to use that shade, so I might use this and Iberis in my crease, and then I might also use Leonidas. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start out by going in with Leonidas, putting that just directly into my crease. And I probably didn't really need this shade because this is like real, I don't even know how to describe the color. It's like an orange kind of color. So I probably didn't really need that color. I could have just gone in with Iberis and just get a really nice fluffy brush and just like lay that color. So I'm just gonna work really hard to diffuse this color because I don't want it to kind of like change the look, you know what I mean? Which is what I have done. I have just really blended that out. And then now I'm gonna go in with Iberis and I'm just really gonna pack that into the crease area right on top of that first shade. Leonida, I don't know how you say it. Leonida, I don't know how you say it. And I'm really just gonna also focus this right in the outer V area and just kind of pack that in right there. So I feel like that first shade just kind of warmed it up a little bit, even though it's not like cool tone palette, but it just really changed the look because it warmed up my crease, which I feel like I didn't really need, but I like wanted to try to use as many shades as possible just to be able to really give you guys like my real first impressions. I can't give you first impressions if I don't use as many shades, you know what I mean? So, finished both eyes, did my lower lashes. For that, I just went in with the brown liner as per the usual, and I went in with the same 2 shades that are in my crease and transition. And now we're gonna go in with the shade Rose Gold, which is that shade that I said I think I was gonna use. So. Wow, sirs. I think I'm gonna use my hand. I was using that color Raine brush, but no thank you. So that is the shade with my hands. And what do you guys think? Think I like it? And I'm gonna use the Primavera shade, which is the next lighter shade. So this is the shade that's on my lid, and I think I'm gonna put this in the inner corner. So that's what we got so far. So all right, so I finished off the eyes and I went in with some lashes, finished off the rest of my face. For my lips, I did use the Color Raine collection, the Botanical collection. I used the lipstick in Mauve Rose. Yes, it is giving. And there is a lip liner that I went in with called Decadent. That's what I used for the lip liner. And I used Mauve Rose. And then, guys, the palette. Can we talk about it? If you haven't used any of Color Raine liquid lipsticks before, they do kind of hit a little bit different. Very long wearing, feels like you're not wearing anything on. Not too dry, but I do recommend, you know, putting down something hydrating underneath if you tend to have more dry lips. So that's that. Now onto the palette. I have to say, like, my swatches were amazing. The Rose Garden, definitely love. Again, these are colors that I love and I go to all the time. The Botanical Gardens, you guys, it performed very well. I was able to use 4 out of the 6 shades. I probably didn't use the green shade, and because I feel like I do green looks like on my channel all the time. Like I feel like I go to the same colors all the time. So I try to do different colors, but it just never works out. But anyway, even though this color looked kind of orangey, oh my God, I just dug into the palette with my nails. I tell you, can't win for losing. But even though this shade here looks kind of orangey, it blended together very well with Iberis. Like, I don't feel like I have like orange in my crease or transition area, but Iberis was beautiful. I do feel like you can either use either of those shades, probably not so much Leonota. I don't think that would be a good all over shade, but you could possibly pair this light shade if you use the base and this shade in the crease, and this is like a lid color, or you could do these 2 shades together as, you know, colors. So I do feel like the palette has a lot of options in it, and you can totally get a lot of different looks with the palette. The palettes blended nicely. I didn't have much fallout from the shimmer, but I feel like it was just because the brush that I used wasn't long enough. So other than that, I didn't have a lot of fallout under my lower lashes from the shimmer shades, and no fallout from the powder shades. And you guys see what the palette is looking like. It's not too messy or not too dusty, so that is pretty good. Like I said, good performing. I love Color Raine. I like their palettes. I feel like they're very pigmented, not too dry, and they perform very well. So I really enjoyed this collection. The blushes, everything amazing. They did an amazing job with this collection. So thumbs up, love, love, love. So if you want to try something from Color Raine, I do think that they have so many different options. The blushes, the lipsticks, like everything, hands down, amazing. So yeah. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. What are your favorite Color Raine products? Have you tried the brand? Is it something that you'd be interested in trying after this video? Let's have a conversation down below in the comments. Again, thanks for watching. Before we sign off, if you aren't subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're there, be sure to turn on your notification bells. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.